Hello. Happy Thursday. This is Joanna the Jewel Design, and we are back with our trifold file folder folios that we made with our vintage pastel file folders and the Yuletide cheer digital papers from Joey Cardmaker, his last year's Christmas kit. One of two. And some of his freebies on Ko-fi have these beautiful paneled papers that, I just felt that when folded, if folded in different ways, would give us some really pretty panel pieces. And then I went ahead and created some full-size pages to do the inside with, so we could pocket it and lace it and fill it with ephemera. And whatnot. So today, this was on Monday when we made these. So today we're going to start working on some of the fronts and insides of them, just sort of get a feel for lace and toppers and potential inside, pockets and doohickeys. So that is today's sort of project. That one's good. Okay, yeah, we didn't get to the red one last time. So, but it had the same, same thing. Now this one we kept the top tab, a little bit complicated. Then we had to use the back side of the file folder, and I kept it clean. So I just did cute little 1/4-inch circles on, corners on it. This one, on the other hand, same thing, kept it clean across the top. But I did the 1/2-inch circles on the paper and the corners to make it a little different. And this one, I believe, when I folded it, it was a little off, so I had to cut this one a little thin because it really was having a hard time sticking. So I'm like, oh, but those are the goodies that may go in it. So I hope you're all doing really well. I'm trying to get back in. Oh, my poor fingers. We were painting all day yesterday. We did about 5 straight hours of taping, painting, trimming, all that jazz, including the ceiling. Thought a quarter of a gallon of paint was going to be enough to cover a ceiling. No, it is not. Who knew, right? All right, so I think we're going to do it. So I did a lot of back and forth, and I definitely, because of this one, we knew that when we folded it, we had some mishaps, right? So everything got trimmed so it's flat, but really wish that this got folded in a little bit more so you had very little green or outward, right? So it's at an angle, and it's bugging me. So we are going to definitely makeshift this a little bit to where it's not so obvious. Now with this, though, the only thing I came across was that whether or not I want to cover up this little indent, and I just realized I think if we glue this down, where it needs to be, I don't think I want to go all the way up. I think we're going to stop right here on this edge. We're going to stop right here. Right, we're just going to go down this way so we can still see this, just like we see this over here. So, I do love the fact that there's a different height here. I think it'll be, and I'm hoping it's going to make it really fun for the inside. So, yes, but my voice is scratchy. Not getting a whole lot of sleep lately. The cats are just, we have one neighborhood cat that has figured out the cat door. Lovely. And keeps, coming in, wanting to eat food, and I don't really want him roaming around because even though he's fixed, the male's still like, marking territory. I had to go buy these new diffusers to help with multi-cats so that they are not so crazy with each other and, not so aggressive because they want to chase after each other all the time, which is fine, except my oldest doesn't, my 9-year-old is not very happy with all of it. So trying to calm things down, but our beautiful sweetheart of a neighbor cat thinks he lives here half the time. And I'm like, you have a home full of animals and love and people and loved ones. What are you doing over here? Maybe it's wrong. There's too many people over there. I don't know. Sorry, guys. I forgot to warm up my ink. Or not my ink. Everything's ink right now. Warm up my silly glue here so we could do this. Because this is definitely all, glue work. So we're going to try to do some trim and stuff to sort of hide the fact that there is definitely a glitch here. I love this new page trim that we have. It's very decorative and it has a little bit of a snowy feel to it. like snowflake feel to it. So I think it's going to be great right here. Really love it. I wanted to put it over here. And then I wasn't sure if it was going to be enough. And then I saw that and I was like, nope. And our mint, surprisingly, works really well with the coloring on the outside here. So with some beige trim, because it does have this lovely pale salmon color, the greens, the beiges. And so I'm feeling we can work all of it. So hopefully we're all doing well. I know some are back from vacation and binge watching all their favorite videos and trying to see what we've been all up to. I know I have a couple ladies who are on vacation, so they knew they let me know that they wouldn't be seeing anything until they got back. So either way, I hope all of vacations are going well, and trips and family, and that the summer has been productive, crafty, filled with lovely memories. Right now, like I said, I'm creating those memories with my daughter as she's, the youngest is off doing her thing. You know, me and the oldest, she's painting her room. She did a really good job. She taped all the molding to do the trim. And so we have that trim protection the day before. And then we went and she painted all the trim on the bottom. She rolled all the paint up the walls about 3/4 of the way. And I did the ceiling. I did the ceiling and I started doing the trim work that connects the ceiling and the wall and the ceiling, because we have a, you know, trying to figure out the best, cleanest way to bring the colors together. And you can meet in the corners, but man, that's like really one side or the other. I think if I'd done the ceiling and just sort of worked my way down and then came up, it may have been cleaner. But instead, we've got the ceiling going to about 2 inches before the wall, and then the wall colors just going to sort of creep up and sort of border it like this, right? We're going to have that same kind of border effect. And I thought it'd be easier. No. And now I have to hand do that on semi rough ceilings or semi textured ceilings, and that is not going as smoothly as I'd like. So I'm hoping today, when we're done with this, we're gonna, you know, we gotta do some rolling, because she's the first time she's ever rolled on paint, and I'm like, yeah, we gotta go back and touch up spots that didn't cover. And I gotta keep going. I do have the ceiling fan area. I got everything on the ceiling except right at the ceiling fan. And I'm like, huh. So we have to do enough of the wall so that we can then move some of the furniture out of the way so I can get to the middle of the room. Oh yeah. And you know, get to underneath the ceiling fan. So we're thinking, well, we'll take the blades off. She can go sand and start painting, you know, the ceiling fans where it was white with this glittery coating over it, which, yeah, we regretted that because it made it really hard to dust. So we'll probably take down the blades, and she's going to go sand them down a little bit, teach her how to do that, and then she'll get to do those first coats of black on the ceiling fan. So we've got this beautiful black and white ceiling fan with, she's got these really pretty glittery wired shades on the lights. And we went darker on the color in the room. So she's like, I think I actually need my third light bulb back, because her room's been a really bright, beautiful bright blue. Like, sort of tealy, but very bright blue. I mean, it's been that way since we moved in. And she's worked it, but she's like, I can't do it anymore, Mom. So I'm like, okay. So we went something, well, not quite this dark, but like, it's called Kensington Green, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And then the ceiling's now a white rain, but it's the same color scheme. So we went for the lightest and like the second from the darkest of the 4. And yeah, I mean, it's really pretty. I'm like going, cool, I'll enjoy this. I will totally love this later. Like I said, the girls get to get their rooms, but I gotta be able to live in it later, so I think it's gonna be nice. Maybe a little dark for a craft room. I don't know, we'll see. But, you know, we know that white furniture is going to be it's going to pop and look really good on it. And so, yeah, I'm excited. She really hasn't had a glow up in some time. So she's had new furniture and stuff, but she hasn't painted her room. She's been good and just allowed, you know, the blue for years. So I'm like, okay, time to update. Now at least the girls' rooms and mine needs to be touched up, but those bedrooms are all now pretty much, you know, gonna stay put. They're not moving again. They are not getting another paint job. They've been updated. They've been good. Okay, so there's that. Now, I didn't mean to completely glue that down because I think I need to tuck some stuff underneath here. So we're going to lift this a little bit on this one end because I think my little topper cluster is going to want to be tucked underneath some of this. So we want to be careful. Now, my room, I literally start grabbing stuff and just like throwing it onto the onto the thing, going, oh, I could use this. Oh, I could use that. So funny. So, anyway, because there's all these colors and all these things. So I think this burgundy one is going to be good on this. I'm having a hard time on this one. I realize that this is not red. It's not. It's a gorgeous cranberry color, and it's a little harder to work with. I didn't expect that. I'm not finding as many things. But I do have this gorgeous burgundy lace. We had it in the shop. I don't think we have any more. So I'm trying to decide if I'm putting on the edge here. I'm almost, I wonder if I should cut it. If I cut it, I could do two, right? I could put some on here and some on here. I'm trying to get lace and stuff on the edges before we put our brackets in. That way, you know, it's not in the way. I could go here. I don't want to use it, but I'm wondering if I need to like cut down the middle, and so I have like a scalloped edge over here to give it a little bit darker spot. I don't want to block it, but I definitely want to use it. And then maybe the roses on this side, or the flowers on that side. Because we have the white grommet for here, so that we can sari silk or crinkle ribbon this to stay shut. So I got a white one for that one. I found this, I have a rose gold from Tim Holtz. That's going to be beautiful on this one. And then I just have an antique to go on the green one. So we've got that. So what else can we do lace-wise? I didn't even think about the front of the other one yet. The green one, I have not decided what to do with that one yet. But no, so we're going along. But she did really good. She worked really hard yesterday. I'm so proud of her because she's... Sometimes that's, you know, tricky for her to commit and work on it. And I wasn't sure if she was going to... We got going, if she was going to pause and falter on me and go, nope, can't do it. I'm like, well, we started this and that. We sort of have to, you know. But no, she got up and... We didn't start till 1 o'clock, I'm afraid. She's definitely not a morning person. I'm not either, but you learn to find your moments and work it. So, it's taken me years, though, to do that. So, as a kid, yeah, no, I would not be a morning person either. So, she's like, well, I'm up late, but I want to sleep in. And I'm like, well, I'm up no matter what because, you know, I've got the other kid that needs to be up and out the door. So, and the cats wake me up and... Darn it, hubby, you created a habit with these cats that now it's like, you know, 4:30 in the afternoon and 4:30 in the morning that they want to be fed with like a 9:30 snack at night so they can make it to the morning. I'm like, ugh. All right, so we're going to cut this off here at the bottom. I am definitely, and I may trim this up, but I'm going to cut around the edges here. It's not something that's going to stick out like the other one. This is definitely going to be a straighter ordeal. Now I could find something to go on the inside, and that would allow another layer. But if I do something here, I gotta keep that in mind what we're doing. We're gonna cut it around the edges. We're gonna make sure everything matches up. So I use the proper scissors. Oh, but yes, so this will be probably, you know, last video of Christmas or ish. It's really pretty paper, and we know if you really study it, you know these are Christmas-like papers. But even this one, burgundy one, you would have to really look at it. You could almost, off the front, think really interesting fall. Because it's just birdies and triangles that would indicate Christmas. There are little ornaments. But I don't know. I mean, at first glance, until you get to there where you see trees and, you know, really this one, there's snowflakes. But the coloring on this one, you know, if you're really not paying attention, it's almost like a really dark fall leading into Christmas, right? So... This one is really pretty, so it's going to take a little bit more work to... Oh, I accidentally cut a glitch out of that one. So maybe I'll continue to do that. But I'm thinking about doing it this way so that we see, you know, the ridges. But I don't know if I like... let's see what we can do here. Sort of, not rough it up, but we're going to... I don't really want all this extra fluff. I'm just looking for, trying to bring down some of that netting part that I cut off. Just really want the hills, the hills and valleys here. Sort of a triangular, right? I just want that edge to sort of give us, you know, something different in there. And that works. I think. I think. I notice this is really gumpy today, which is weird. We've had weird weather. It's warm, cold, right? So, actually, I can't say we've been pretty blessed. It's been low 70s, which with boot camp and then being out in the sun, they're still getting a little sunburnt, but because of just sun, they're not. Some of these kids have not been out all summer, or they don't ever, you know, go outside. And now it's like, oh well, you're gonna have plenty of outside time now. Definitely going to be. Trying to see. I hate when I can't tell what's the front of the lace. But you're like, oh. Okay. So yeah, this is a lacy decor day for Thursday, right? I was hoping to get this done yesterday, but we got up and it was just sort of one thing after another, and then yeah, I love it. I find out that one of the cats, I'm afraid, decided he was upset or something, and so it took me 24 hours to figure out that he had peed on my bed. I'm not sure which cat, but I think I know which one. And I was like, gosh darn it. So I'm like cleaning my bed lot yesterday, right? So that was the other problem. I had the washer and dryer on all the time. So that made it a little hard. And can't quite film when the washer and dryer are going off. But so I washed the bed. I made it. I'm all happy. Make sure I, you know, washed all the paint off so I wouldn't get my bed all dirty. And I woke up this morning to a wet spot again on the bed because he didn't want to go out last night. Oh man, guys, I don't know. Anybody has pets with trials and tribulations? Ugh, I know you feel my pain. If you don't, well, I don't know. Well, really? This one I know. I had found this. I got a bunch of really cool things from Celeste at Woodland Inspired, and so I have this, and it just fits in here. Doesn't mean I couldn't cut it. I feel like we could do something fun with this. I don't know whether to cluster it so they get to tuck from the top, which that would be sort of cool, actually. If we could do this right. Yeah, I mean, it could go in there, but like we could cluster the bottom. Of course, decorate the card. I'll just drop the other one. Oh, that's a library card we had in the shop. I don't have them anymore. They got weird. They changed the finish on them. These are really great and very easy to write on, like our index cards. And great thickness and all that. But all of a sudden, when I ordered the second kit, they came out really glossy. And I'm like, you can't write on those. Okay, so if we clustered this with stuff, which I gotta go find, I think then we could decorate this and tuck it in. So it's a window, it's a pocket, it just fits. If I have to trim a little off, I can. And then I have these guys, which are sort of in the red colors. I like this one. I'm not sure about that one. I think I was putting in the other one, but I definitely have a pocket down here to put stuff in, right? And we gotta decide what to do on this side. So we're working on it, but I love that idea. Absolutely love that idea. And it does fit. Okay, it's just really tight. I may have to just barely trim the bottom, trim the sides on it. I think just barely. But it was gorgeous. It's a pretty die-cut frame. But, yeah, I'd ordered some stuff from her, and I got this great Christmas packet of goodies. And so I had to pull from it to work on these kits. Okay, so I can't think of what else, and I hate to... I'm going to wait a second because I want to see what I think I want to do on this page, because if I do want to do more lace, so that maybe something sticks out a little extra as an extra layer, I want to put the hole punch through everything and not just one and then keep covering it up. So, almost there. We're getting there. Okay. I haven't even touched the green one, which I have hordes of things in the green one. I have all these things I collect, all these pieces that I'm thinking, there's all these cuts, and I mean, I have all these cute things that I think we're going to play with. Little mini file folders. So I'm debating on what's going on the front cover of this one. So I'm still debating on this one. This one's going to take a little bit more work. But let's get back to this. I think we're good here. This one definitely has a number of things. We've got our snowman. I know he's a little bit blue on the concept. but I think this is the best kit for this one. I mean, he sort of goes with the red one, though, too. I don't have anything. I mean, I have debated back and forth. Maybe he's cuter on the red than the blue. I don't know. I mean, either way, right? We need to fold this one, interestingly, to do some kind of... Oh, that's right. I was going to cut it. Ugh, yeah, I have to decide. This one, I think I'm barely going to trim up, and we're actually going to do a... We're going to take his cute... I'm going to keep back on. Envelope, and I think instead we're going to layer it as a tri-pocket here. Then the potential was this cute guy with the gussets here, because it pops out and you can write on it, right on the back. And then does this one fit? Then I was going to do... Oh, I'm going to put that on the other side. That is going that side. This one was going to be inspired by Lorette. She had that page insert that had these guys on the edges of one of the pockets. So it's one of those we can glue here to make it a pocket. But then I have some pieces that I'm going to cut and decor with lace. And we're going to make, we're going to decorate this up with decorative pockets here too. So we got smaller pockets, big pocket. I think we need to round those for sure. So... triple pocket, top it. I don't know if I like the blue on that. It's bugging me. Even though this is so red, I can go the blue in there. I got the gold. So we could bring more blue into this one, or green as we're doing the inside. And then we'll have to figure out what to do. And then I have the black and white pocket. Well, not black and white, but yeah, we could add some. No, I think I like that better. We'll do the black. I may double up with this one, bring some more color in. But I think that's what we're going to do. Okay, I changed gears, and that's okay. Trying to figure out what you want to put in here, what looks best, all that jazz. Alright, hold on. It's bugging me. It's like we just need to do the smallest flat cut on both sides just to make sure it sticks, like it fits. I don't know if it's even an obvious, like, tiniest little cut, right? Yep, just the littlest amount, and poof, right? It works. Okay. So, oops, make sure we don't lose anything. All right, so we have 3 pockets over there. We definitely have 2 over here. We've got the tall one that's going to be a large insert, 2 small things. This is going to be a triple here. And then I don't know what we're doing yet here. I know there's a lace option. I was thinking about on the back on some of these. Doing some kind of, pocket on the back even on these guys. Because I think it's a trifold ephemera, so it's not something you would glue down or into anything. So, all right, let's see. I'm probably not as organized as I should be for today. I'm so sorry. It was sort of like, well, I knew we had some stuff to do, but how we were going to do it. So I got to measure this. These are great. These can actually be very helpful over here. I think they're going to be nice upper tabs to the paper, to the art decor on this one, so we can sort of see where my pockets are very easily. Okay. I had to print some stuff, so I was like, okay, we're going to do this. So this one, I'm going to lose that. Let's not lose that. I need to measure and see exactly where we need to cut off. So it's about up here. And I don't know if it's just smoother to go each end or somewhere in the middle. Let's see. This will be nice and tight. About a ½ inch. Really would get me right inside the lines. So I didn't take ½ inch. I need to take a ¼ inch off each side, really. So that I'm, I think, evenly cutting it and not off-centering it. And then I have that weird issue up here. ¼ inch do I have? I was debating, do I deckle it on the edges? No, not really. Hold on. I am looking for my smaller, but there's no real, well, ½ inch on it. Oh, but not a quarter, so that would be, I'm still debating. So yeah, 4 and something. Yeah, nope, that one is not. That's great for cutting if you know exact, like, we're just talking simple photos. Oh, that one's great. That's not what I need right now. Okay. We went from outside to inside, but we're going to trim this real quick, show you the idea. And then, of course, when you see it finished, you know what I might have been attempting, right? All right, so I got to see if I can figure out how to get a 1/4 of an inch off this without. Okay, so there it is. Let's see. See, was that? Yeah, it's 4 1/8 right now, if I'm correct. If I haven't lost my marbles. It's 4 1/8. Okay. And I said that about here, so yeah, that's definitely at least a 1/2 inch off. Yeah, okay. Well, sorry guys. Really? Because I think this is 3 3/4. And I should just probably go off of that. That makes way more sense. All right, 3 3, yes, just inside 3 3/4. And this is 4 1/4, then yeah, I need a 4 1/8. All right, we're just gonna start taking little bits off on each side because I'm like, I don't think I'm doing this right. I have a feeling, I know you guys can't see, I am like trying to debate on the size of this, and I'm like so scared that, you know, I don't want to overcut, but I don't want to undercut. Yeah, I gotta keep going. Okay, we'll just take 1/8 of an inch off each side as I go to make sure I do not overdo this. Because I hate to cut a bunch off and then have this really narrow looking, silly, like, what do you want to call it, pocket concept. Oh, pretty strips though. You know me and my strips. Not quite yet. Okay, so we're just literally scrounging a little here, a little there, a little here, a little there. 1/8 of an inch, another 1/8 of an inch. That's probably what I need, so I don't need the whole 1/8. I need 1/16 on each side. Oh, we're just gonna be shaving off, just shaving stuff off. Shave a little here, shave a little there. Why not? All right. Is that where I want it to be? Give or take. Okay. Yeah, you guys can see it. I'm literally going by 1/16 of an inch right now, trying to make sure that, you know, like I said, I don't over cut it because I'd be really bummed. Oh my gosh. All right, so I need to take, well, no, I think it's perfect. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now, pretty strips. I need to ink. Try to get that brown effect back that we just cut off. You did a great job with that inked look. Everywhere where you'd fold it so you wouldn't have to do what I'm doing right now. But I wanted to fold this in a way we could see everything, and I just couldn't find a way to do it. Without, you know, losing something somewhere. But what I want to do is I'm taking the envelope, I know. Sometimes there's really great shapes within the envelope, and you just want to rework those shapes into something else. I can't help myself. So let's make sure. Let's try to get everything inked, and I'm just going to relayer this so we can see everything but use it. It's tucks and cute bits and pieces. Now that is upside down because he assumed when you fold it down you would have something, but that's okay. So we can go pocket here. I'll go it up a little bit. So it'd be here. Put our thumb notches in it. And then I wanted to do a tuck, and I'm going to drop it down a little bit so we can tuck something small into here, which I have, I think, a bunch of little things. You know, we have these types of little things, right? Happy holidays, all these things. So we can tuck a few little things in, but not block our thing too much. But then we can put a card in here and a card in here. So we'll have our thumb notches so we can tuck things in. This top one does sort of blend in, and that's okay, right? It lets us put something here and not worry about blocking it and something else. So I am I do have a large journal card. I have these large tags, but they're very blue. Ugh, pretty though. That dark one might not be bad. He might be pretty in the back here where you can just see his head popping up. He'll be pretty in the red one. Oh my goodness. All right, maybe we got some ideas here. Let's keep going. I believe. Yep. Okay. I mean, please tell me I backed him. I believe he gave us a really nice backing for these. So I was like, all right. Oh, please tell me I did not just goof that up. Okay, so I'm thinking, surprisingly, and after all that, I just putting the snowman on the other side. Hold on, I'm trying to get some of this stuff off the edge here while I'm working on it. I'm thinking if we put it in here, he sort of hides, but that's okay. We don't have to. Yeah, okay. I'm trying to decide, do I glue them all the way down? But if I do this just right, go up high. I don't go that high. Go here. Maybe he's up there. He's up there. I mean, if it sticks out a little bit, it sticks out a little bit. But he's hidden behind there. Yeah. All right, and we'll put Santa in here because I think we have that big pocket. We don't have a big pocket for him yet. Oh, we know we do with that side pocket. Yes, no, I have a corner pocket for that. Okay. Well, I knew we would be working on stuff. I was sort of hoping more the front cluster, but I know I'm coming up short for the front to decorate this tealy one. I found some small pieces I think we're going to tuck into that lace just right, but we'll have to do some decor on the top of this. Maybe add a little extra snowflake and ribbon or something to the top of our tag because we've got this space that we can see, so maybe we'll decorate up in here a little bit since that's will be sticking out. Let's get our circle punches to get our thumb notches. And I do like offsetting them. I'm going to go this one not too deep, if I can help it, because I don't want to take up too much. Oh, there's this cute little text up here. I don't know what it says, but it's pretty. It's cute. I like it. And then we'll put this one on this side. I like offsetting them. I think it's cool when there are different edges, just letting you know what's going on. All right, where's the other glue? How are we doing? 30-something minutes. Oh, that's not too bad. All right. Let's... goodness gracious. I'm trying to think about what I want to do first, because I really just, one sits inside the other. Okay. Trying to think about that. I was like, am I tucking it, or am I just barely placing it? And I think I'm barely placing one inside the other so that we have nice weight on the pockets, I think. So we're not... Yeah, I knew I wanted to do something with this one. It is upside down, but I love this background that I did take it and panel it so that I could have more of it in the background. I needed those pattern pages. Now, because these are pockets that are going the way they are, this one actually I think I'm going to end. I don't think I'm going to have everything go to the bottom. I think this one we will glue down so that everything fits inside these two pockets but stops before the little one. Maybe things don't get lost. And tuck it in just right here on the edge. Make sure it fits inside the fold, hopefully. Yep, okay. No, we did work. All that little just shaving did work. Oh, except that I need to bring this up just a little bit, don't I? This one does have to tuck. And I will not glue the bottom of this one, just the sides of this one. So we can get that file fold, we can get that large tag in here. If we don't do that, we're in trouble, right? But yeah, as usual, nothing, whatever you get from us as digital, sometimes, if you see shapes, you see possibilities, don't be afraid to pull it apart and do something else with it. I love all our envelopes, but there's times where I'm like, well, I don't need 50 million envelopes. I would rather have pockets or, something. And so it's okay to go, well, let me rework that. And that is the fun of digitals, is that, you get the possibility to print and cut and as we could say, paginate it back into whatever form necessary. Okay, so then the goal, hopefully, if I did it right, is to tuck him in. And he fits, so we can get him right up to the top. He's peeking out. Would have been cool if I thought about it to have that thumb notch be right here where his head was. So I goofed a little there. But, you know, what can you do? I was looking to see what tags and things I had left over. Not a lot. I'm really low on things. That's why we're sort of creating stuff. But yeah, that would be... So, I'm going to have to do some crafty creating here because I'm running out of possibilities. I have heard he's pretty, but he's really wide. Isn't he gorgeous? But he is too wide for these pockets, I'm afraid. So I will have to put him somewhere else. But yeah, there's the space where, you know, we can put something right there. Perfect, you know, and get that going. So, okay. So I have a little ephemera to be working on. This one, we need ink and we need a corner. I definitely want it to match. And since I think these are all, what do we do? Half on the outside, but we did, sorry, that one just wasn't cut all the way. So I don't want to do the half to match, because I know these end up just being quarters on the inside. So I think we'll stick to the quarters on those two. I know, I don't have, we have these lovely bookmarks, a number of these due date library card bookmark, you know, type of things in our shop. But I know there are some ladies who we're not able to ship to. And so I've created 2 sets inspired by some of the stuff that we sell by hand. I made 2 digital sets for those out of the US. And those, I hope, I don't know, they might, if I get my butt into gear, I might have those actually up in the shop, in my digital shop, by the time this video comes up this afternoon. So, fingers crossed on that one. If not, I'll show you. Come look at a jewel design, favorite the shop if you haven't already. Make sure you hit any kind of notifications and see if, you know, so when it does pop up, you're aware. So we're going to do the top here. And what am I looking for? Oh, so you know, so you see, in case you're new to me and haven't caught it, a jewel design.etsy.com is our digital side. And then design journal supply .etsy.com is our supply, of course, does handmade journal items, ephemera like this, and then items like these, laces, God knows what else, all kinds of fun things that we sell here in the U.S. to those who need small quantities of fun craft supplies for their projects. But this is the look for the design journal supply. So when you see this, you know you have the right store that me and Lorette promote and, you know, work with, and came up with the Etsy shop to not just sell our handmade items to those who love them, but to provide you guys with a number of craft supplies that, you know, I mean, I just bought hordes of lace and, you know, in bundle, you know, in large amounts. And not everybody can do that, right? You may only want a small amount. You don't want to spend all your money on one thing. You want to spend it on maybe, you know, a couple things and sort of stretch the possibility of that, you know, ordeal. So anyway, we're here to do the small quantities so that you don't have to buy hordes of something, especially when maybe that's not your favorite, you know, maybe you love pink, but you don't love pink that much, or you want something new because you're like, well, I don't normally play with that, but would I? Okay, so I'm thinking I'm going to glue it down and then cut off the excess so that it blends in. And we're going across the top here, huh? So I'm trying to figure out how deep of a pocket I want to go. And we know that this, I believe, fits exactly where I want, or just about. It's a little shy, and that's okay. All right, so I'm actually going to glue this down then so we know exactly sort of where we're at with it. So it's right there. We'll go across the top of it. Or, maybe I will just, measure it. Trying to see. I'll make sure we get enough of the Christmas trees and stuff that I want. We're sort of going to weirdly eyeball this, aren't we? But I think when I go to decorate it, I think we have this beautiful flat edge or rounded edge, but we have a very sharp edge on the other side that's straight because it's it was part of the tab for the envelope. But I will use these. Where is my? I saw them earlier, guys. Anybody see them? Anybody see my tweezers? Oh, they're in the house. I know they're in the house. Shoot. I just realized I saw them in the house, but I don't have time to go in there and get them. Okay, so we're going to go on this end. We're going to cut up and down here to give us our first pocket. All right. Let's do this. I had to do some printing, and so I put on, thinner paper, but since we are not, I'm going to make sure that this is where we want it to be, so I'm not going to cut off exactly quite yet. I want to make sure that I have not overestimated or underestimated my potential here. All right. So our first pocket is here, and I have to decide if I want to. I think I'm going to cut it off here, so I know this has got this gap here, but that leaves us an opportunity to decor, right? Find stars, find little trees, something to put here to sort of blend in the tab, and I'm okay with that. So let's ink this. That's what I need. We'll glue it down. I know. And then I can re-ink where we cut off. Okay. So I will, let's see, let's do this. We're going to glue this end and the bottom. Put it where I want it. Some room. And then we will glue down that edge once we've cut it off, so that I know exactly what I'm doing and I'm not adding anything extra, any extra glue or mess that I don't need. All right. Coming across the scraps, guys. The scraps are piling up. Okay, so now I can just glue the edge. Ta-da! And yes, we'll find something cute and flat and adorable to put in this corner as part of our edge. Oh, that's due date. I feel like we need to put like winter's due date or find a word. I know he has, well, I have, those are horizontal. I thought I had a few little words from him. I saw them. Oh, ho, 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 that's cute. But I feel like, well, I could put that in place of due date. Like I could just cover it up and put ho, ho, ho up there. Or, yeah, I want to add to that. Actually, isn't that funny? I'm like, well, I had something cut out. I thought that said that had a little section of words, but there's so many pieces over here that I have. Oh, here we go. Wonderland. Let's see. Ooh, due date. I could put the word special delivery underneath it. That might be cute. It's green. There we go. Let's see. I feel like we need to, work the word due date. Oh, due date, special delivery. He does have a due date, right? Santa does have a due date. He has to have things here by, the night of the 25th. Or the morning of the 25th. I shouldn't say night. I don't know, guys. I've been ready for Christmas. I'm like, I know that in some, here we are, coming to the end of July, and, pumpkin spice lattes are going to be in our doorstep in any minute. Sorry for those who don't like that. I'm like, oh my gosh. I know. Pumpkin gets a little crazy, but I go crazy this time of year. Due date, special delivery, or maybe I'm going to cover up the dot because we don't need that tag. So let's do special delivery here. But I feel like we need a little something here. Little lace, a little... it's not really little. It might be too bumpy, too much. Oh, God. Weird noises. Trying to decide if that's too much or not. Or do we go back with the lace that's on the inside, and it's a great place to put it in. do we do a little of that? Because it's lighter. Put that up on above it. Right, special date, or even at an angle, right? Because we're going to glue that down and this down to make a large something in here, which I do have some long pieces that I could probably decorate. Actually, this one. It's blue, but that might be cute in there. That gets tucked in there. Maybe add a little bit to the background, add a green to the background, make it a little bit bigger, but that could get tucked inside. It's actually a sticker. Ha! Well, that's all right. I'll stick it onto something. Make my life easier. I'm like, oh, I can make that work. Okay. Yeah, let's bring that one in. And sometimes it's great when you have laces and stuff on the front of your project that you find a way to bring them into the inside. That's the other thing I could do. It could go dark. Oh, I don't know which one. Now I'm debating. So just talking about that, right? Bringing it in. So do I go light brown and keep it pretty keep this more neutral? Right? Oh yeah, because then I could add this actually to this one because this is more snowflakey. All right. See, I took my own advice there. I'm like, wait. It's a little lighter. It's not as heavy. I love this one. I will never find it again. It was a Dollar Tree find. I think I was selling some of them for a while. I don't know if we have any left. I never know. Oh, I have some of, I know, I do have a couple of these guys left. I think the two-tone for sale still in the shop. Maybe like one or two here and there. It's funny. Now, if I was doing the other lace, I was going to go offset. I was going to go a little off to the edge. And I think I'm still going to do that. Just need to get this. Well, hopefully this video, I don't know, gave you a little bit of inspiration. You got to just craft along with me. Just listening to me ramble as we craft this afternoon and get this done. But yes, our biggest thing has been the painting, and I'm very proud of her for just going for it. But today, yeah, we have to, I got to finish that top trim. Oh, good Lord, help me. Bringing the wall up into the ceiling. And so she's going to take the blades down. I'm going to work on the rest of the ceiling fan area. And then we both need to start working on the white trim that goes around the doors and around the bottom of the, we haven't touched her baseboards in forever. And oh my gosh, they're just, they definitely need to glow up. Oh, poor thing. So anyway, we have the white paint for that too, but she needs it. So hopefully I can get some really good photos, and I'll have to figure out how to post it or print them or something. Maybe I'll do a quick print job and show you guys here the beautiful room, of course, with everything put back into place. And I know she's really excited. Just feeling more adult, more grown up. So, all right, so special delivery due date. Love that. We have a pocket here, which having a little bit of trouble there. Let's get you in here, get you going, and maybe reglue. I don't know, it's not a bad thing that that's a little open on that side. I don't mind that, but I think we definitely need to glue this side down. I don't think I got glue up high enough. But we are working on the pockets to our folio to get our extra ephemera in here, right? That's what we want to do. We got this here. I have plenty more to work on, but I don't know about on camera. I know you guys don't mind some. I just don't know how much you want to see. It is Christmas in July. I might do some of it maybe on some shorts or something so you guys can watch it that way. Not a big deal, right? All right, well, I'm loving that. And yes, I think we're going to use it. We'll work this into this guy as we do some more snowflakey, stuff. So I'll tuck it in here so I don't forget. But okay, you gotta get your bone folder in there and just sort of open that up a little bit. There we go. So I'll tuck this in here so I don't forget that that's something I want to do. Right here, there, and then this one, see, sort of the same concept. And luckily, oh, that goes the other way, which perfect. I'm so happy to hear that. Okay, so I think on this one, it's not quite as deep. I mean, I could go as deep as that, make for a taller space. I don't want to lose. But on this one, I think I wanted to cut it, which I could do, and then put the green behind it, and it would definitely help it stick out a little bit. I just got to decide what set of, houses I want, right? It's a cute edge, and I hate to cut it all off, though. I got to figure out what part I want. Oh my goodness, right? Choices, choices, choices. So we're going to line this up, and we're going to mark things out. I'm probably way over my amount, which is what's been happening lately. Yeah, just got a text message from my sister-in-law. My mother-in-law kept calling last night. Called at 9, late in the evening, and I'm like, tried to call her back. It went straight to voicemail, and then my phone went to do not disturb, but it kept coming across it. She kept calling, and even this morning she called. But I mean, I'm not catching it. It's not ringing at me, and I'm like, what the heck? So I had to get a hold of my sister-in-law and be like, honey, what's mom's, mom seems to be having issues. You want to check on her? Because they're up in Washington, and I'm afraid they're nowhere nearby, and it's not like I can just pop in and check in on my mother-in-law. Not as easy as like I can do here with my mom, but okay, does that fit? It's a little short, but that's okay. I have an idea. Sorry, I think it's a little harder to do the bottom though, but I think I have. I want to do this since we're doing some stuff on the top. I'm thinking, give me. I was just curious if anything was wide enough, but that's the wrong side to go underneath. But I think we're going to do this. We'll ink it so you can see the bottom. We're going to cut this out so you can see that part behind it. Creating decorative pockets. And then, you can add a little bit to this. You can keep it flat. Add your stickles, whatever that, work. And I'm going to do this. We're going to use the groove of the hill there. I know it's cutting stuff off, but what can you do? And then this time we're going to glue it down where, we have that popping up on behind it. But you know what? It's really not enough. I have others though. Let's see. We can do the pattern, or we can do the straight green, which would bring the backing to the front. So we could just square it off this way. I like that idea. All right, let's just square it off and with some dimension. Should we get enough? And I'm just gonna get that off so I don't even have my board on me. I just realized I don't have my oops, there it is. It's not straight. Oh. I don't have my glue board down. It's odd. I'm like, I'm not sure why I don't have my glue board down. I think it's of pictures or something I was taking. All right, so little layering and a little dimension, using up scraps, all that jazz. Now these I did not put any pocket. I didn't put any holes in them. I do have a 1-inch. I could really just barely put a thumb notch in it after all that work, right? But on this one, like, I don't have one on there. I don't really want to. Like, I have it. Oh, I did do it. I feel like that needs to be glued back up. I was going to leave it loose, but I don't know if that's going to... Oh, yeah, because it curves right there, so you really can't. There we go. We're going to put something up there. No, I don't know if I could get a small thumb notch in there. Would it make a difference? The tiniest thumb notch. I'm trying to see. I have a number of circular hole punches, but do I put the thinnest? Thinnest little notch there. Okay, maybe. Just so that you can sort of tell. Maybe it makes it a little easier to get into. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I probably should let you go. I know lately it's been like a minute. It's been an hour and 5. It's been a little long on the projects, whether it's instructional or decorative. But it's a progress video, a process video. Work in progress. WIP as we go along. Working together, just crafting our way through. This one's more using like the bookmarks and paper and envelopes and finding ways to make our pockets. I'm loving that. Isn't that cute? And when we glue it down, we're going to make it this way so we have a pocket this way. Now, I could put a hole punch right here in between, but I think when we put something in here, I don't know if it's going to make a difference. So, yeah, because the thumb notch is in there, but if I have something tucked here, I don't know if you'd see it. It'd be more like if you took something out, you'd be like, oh, yeah, there's something there. Sorry, I got to make sure that we are pocketed there. There we go. No, I think whatever we put in here, I'll make sure there's a tab on it that fits inside that. We move it over. We can give ourselves a little bit of a tab that's a little different in color. And then we know that there's something in there to pull out, right? Gotta know. Yes, oh my gosh. You always want to make sure you glue the right side. Wouldn't that be a bummer? Glue it down, you're like, oh, that's the wrong opening. Really hard to pull something out when it's on the crease. All right. Thank you all so much for joining me today and crafting along this afternoon as you are working on maybe some last minute mass makes to get your Christmas started. Get your ephemera started for your Christmas season. Hopefully you got some Christmas in July done. Little something with challenges and fun things, right? I really hope that you guys got that opportunity this month. And we're going to be on to fall before you know it, and then back to Christmas. So busy, busy, busy. But look at that. We have, you know, a pocket here, pocket here, pocket here. If I can keep that glue down. We've got a tuck here. We've got a pocket. We've got a pocket. And then we just got to figure out what to do on this side. This will be their next, you know, folio piece that is going to make a difference. Oh, did I cut it close? Ooh. Yeah, definitely going to need sari silk. And very carefully. Everything just gets, you know, open, close very carefully. Got file folders and everything else that makes everything nice and thick as you go along. Yep, all right, there we go. Ta-da! Hole puncher little guy here. And with the right crinkled ribbon, we can keep this closed. Because, yes, it pops open quite a bit. Have to make sure I have the right size, right? All right. Oh, can I get past all this stuff? Oh, no. I did not think about that. There we go. Go from the top, come back down, find your middle. Make sure we're punching through. Gotta love the crocodiles. Ugh. Got to love the crocodiles. For the most part, we are. Does great. Oh, I need that back, don't I? Does great jobs. All right. I'm under the hour, but not by much. I'm like, not by much. All right, so we're gonna put that in there. That way too, if I need to, I can cover up it a little bit. Let's get us open and closed. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we have done some lace. We've done some decor. We've done some pockets. Ta-da. So now I can do my, you know, put crinkled ribbon or whatever through here so that I can keep it shut. Well, yeah, so I'll have to do it. I'll do a short of putting together sort of a topper. Yeah, I'm going to tuck it under, but I can't unless I cut it. We've got, you know, some papers and some cutouts here that I can't wait to use. I want to use this beautiful, I love this stamp die cut that Celeste has over at Woodland Inspired. She makes these cute papers, which I love. I don't have to worry about them. But they're cuts that when you might be able to pull them apart, but I just sort of cut them. And I'm thinking we've got some potential here. And I have some words. I have the word Silent Night maybe. With the, you know, and we can cut and trim it just right and put it on here. I gotta find a few other pieces, but we're gonna make a little cluster here for the front as a topper. I love that she has this paper with the corners. I was hoping to tuck it underneath. I just realized not quite. I would have had to glue it, you know, glue this down and then do it, but that's okay. We'll do it this way. Yep, we will find a way to cluster and make a nice topper for that. So I will do a short for that one so you can see how that turned out. So again, like I said, make sure you follow me on all my social platforms so that you don't miss out. Look what I found. I was like looking, I found these bits and pieces. So I could cut something else out, whether it's, you know, more of the background maybe something different in color so it pops out. We could do that little strip of snowflakes and snowman and whatever. We'll figure it out. I will figure something out. I always do. All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, I'm going to let you go because we have been at it for a little bit and definitely need to keep... Oh, there's some cute clusters of or it was one of his papers. I just put it down as something else. You know, cut something out, work it out. Okay, yeah. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I will do that on camera for a short. I'll show you what's working out that. We'll get the topper done for this. I've taken up plenty of your time. I hope you had a wonderful Thursday, that you've been able to craft your afternoon and week away, that you have a wonderful weekend planned. Hopefully we'll have a Saturday video. I'll try to come up with either a quick mass make ephemera or, you know, new project, I guess. Oh, like we don't have projects going on everywhere. But there we go, file folder. Trifold file folder folio, using all kinds of wonderful things, from digitals and file folders, lace, all that jazz, die cuts, fun things, and getting some Christmas items done and ready to put in the shop for those quick Christmas presents as we go along. When you're like, I forgot something, I need to send something, and voila, we have what we need. So, love you all very much. Thank you for joining me today in this very sort of slow crafting moment. I'm more tired than I realized. Oh, hopefully I'll get some sleep soon. But I love you all very much, and we will talk real soon. Have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.